Talk.
Yes, we back, y'all. A lot of crazy things, a lot of ebbs and flows of the season, but we have made it. The 82 grind is over. The playoffs are beginning, and it's me and Steven's duty to bring the Red Hot Knicks talk about the 2024-2025 campaign for the New York Knickerbockers. So, first of all, we made it, bro. 3 seed, home court advantage. Another year of not being in the play-in, which it gets lost a lot. Like, the Knicks have not been in that play-in tournament since the inception of it. So
fans get a little comfortable now. Because before we were just praying just to make it to the
yeah,
playoff.
we was especially like when it used to be the cutoff of the 8, not even the 10. So it's very
right,
good that
right.
like we didn't even have to worry about getting into that tournament. But we here now. I know we haven't recorded since January. A lot has happened since. And we could just go over it. Jalen Brunson and Cat, All-Star nomination starters. Shout out to them. And just, we saw a lot of iterations of this New York Knicks team. One of them that a lot of people are using is the inability to beat the top teams. I have reasons why they struggle.
Me
Other
too.
than that,
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's Red Hot Knicks talk.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think they rounded well in shape because also what a lot of people don't realize is this is also the first year of the nucleus, and you are going to have growing pains. And growing up, even when LeBron switched to Miami, they didn't win the first year. So we'll see how this playoffs go, but I believe we have the core intact, and we can add around it after we see what goes on in these next coming weeks. What about you, bro?
What grade would you give them for this?
For this year, I have to go with a B-. Because even though they were steady, like you said, steady, we got comfortable, I didn't feel as like connected to this team like I have in past years. Like the COVID Randle Knicks was very good. Jalen Brunson's first season, very good. Even last season.
Yep.
Like this season didn't really get that.
We didn't have that.
Yeah, it didn't really.
That feel. I agree.
Like especially that COVID year, because like we came out of COVID, it was like, oh shit, Julius Randle balling, because remember he was Beyblade before we went under, and like we was like, oh, we actually winning, like. But this year I think we were just getting used to the new pieces and the new players. But like I said, I'll give this team a B- this year.
I'll give him a B. I'll give him a B just off the strength of how he finished off without Jalen Brunson for those 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see an emergence from OG Anunoby. We got to see what he can do. Mikal Bridges, here and there, but he even stepped up during that period. Jalen Brunson went down. So I'll give him a B, just instead of a B-, just for the last 2 weeks of the season and how we finished off. You know, they finished off strong. We are the 3rd seed. We finished 51-31. We won 50 games. That's another accomplishment.
1 game better than last year, too.
You take it. You take it. So our first year, like you said, with this nucleus, it's been a roller coaster of a season like it is for other teams. But for the most part, I'm happy to call myself a Knicks fan. I'm happy with what I saw. We still got a lot of work to do. But yeah, let's jump right into it.
I was gonna say, who was your favorite Knick to watch this year?
Cat.
Cat?
Because I think the big question was what because everybody was in such an uproar of giving up DiVincenzo and guys like Randle, those personalities and what they brought to the team last year and how comfortable we got watching them. I like what Cat brought. I like the energy he brought. I like how he gravitated toward New York. He always wanted to play here. Best big man shooting the 3 in the game right now. Great rebounder, great finisher around the basket, has a soft touch, runs the floor. I'm happy with what we got from him. I wish he had the help from Mitchell Robinson early on because he tried. I watched every game. I think I missed 3 Knicks games this season. No matter if I'm at work, no matter if I'm home, I watch every game and I dial in and I got to pay attention to it. I like what he brought. He tried. He can't protect the rim, but he tries, and that's just the effort for me. Cat looks tired in games too. He's another person that works hard. So yeah, Cat was my favorite player to watch this season. How about you?
I would have to go with Mr. Anunoby.
Okay.
I think especially like last year, because we got him middle of the season. Like you said, we had the DiVincenzo's and Brunson, so it was like you knew here, like. But this year, just to like watch him from preseason, regular season, and like we texted about it before, this is the most games he's ever played in the regular season.
Yeah, and I think that's not talked about enough. Yeah, he played a good amount of games this season. He wasn't really hurt.
I think except for that Lakers, that was the only time.
Yeah, where he actually hurt his foot. He's been very reliable this season for the money we've given him. So for his contract, I have no complaints with OG Anunoby. I like that pick too. I would put him second, but yeah, it was Cat for me.
That was funny. I remember last year you was the one driving up the OG.
Yeah, I loved OG. I loved him as a player. I had no problem acquiring OG Anunoby.
He was like, we should get OG. I was like, nah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
We can't. And then I think
That's
it was
what he
the next 3 days after that, then they was watching our podcast and they made the move.
What's that shorty from the Olympics?
Oh,
Suni Lee.
Yeah, he was born.
Come to the Garden. Tell her to come to the Garden.
Nah, she
every home game.
She needs a playoff seat this weekend. She needs like front row.
Boy needs to go show out. He needs to go show out. Yeah, man. I'm pleased with what we got from OG Anunoby and what Cat has given us. For the most part, I'm ready for this playoff series.
I want to say before we start to the playoffs, you did bring up the DiVincenzo's and the Randles. I was gonna say after the season, like, was there anybody in particular that you missed out of the three?
I'll say DiVincenzo more than Randle.
And I'll say the same thing.
I think we missed that spark off the bench. Like, so when I say spark, similar to Campaign. Don't like Campaign. Let's start there. Don't like him. I'm not a fan of. No, for you to be in the league for as long as you come, he's just a erratic player. If he's on, he's on, and if he's not, he's not. And there's no in between. And we don't need that. Some nights we could use it, but we don't need that. He'll come in the game, and instead of setting up Cat to get an easy bucket down low,
he's taking threes.
Yeah, he's chucking up a three, and it's just like, you got to read the floor, like see what's going on. And there's times it warrants a three from half court maybe, but like sometimes it doesn't warrant that three. Sometimes
just get the offense. Move
guys. Tell him where to go. You're directing traffic here. Like, he doesn't do that for a player who's been in the league as long as he's been in the league. You know, but he's Cameron Payne, so I wasn't expecting much. But for the most part, yeah, man, that's.
Nah, I'll say definitely DiVincenzo. I think the Knicks really missed the volume 3-pointer.
Yeah.
And they tried it. You can't really try it with OG because he's not a shooter.
Yeah.
He's a scorer, but not a shooter. Mikal, he likes mid-range. The threes was a little fluky this year. Yeah. Like, the Knicks really needed that person you could get it behind the arc and just let it fly.
There was a game this year where it's like we kind of gave up. I forget which game it was.
You would have missed the Celtics games, Cavs games.
Yeah, but it's just DiVincenzo brought that grittiness. Like, for example, when Trae Young rolling dice on the middle of the court or half court logo, yo, Divo wouldn't allow that. Like, we have no. I'm not telling you to go punch a motherfucker, but like, there's nobody that addresses anything. For example, the game with Golden State. You saw what Draymond Green said about Cat. You see them going at it on the court. And you got players dapping them up after the game. You got players dapping up Draymond Green after the game. And it's just like, yo, where's your loyalty? Where's your... I get y'all all cool, but you see what he said about Cat. You see your own teammate not messing with him. You got to follow suit. Like, there's nobody that does that for us. Like, now we got P.J. Tucker, who kind of enforces that toughness and that grittiness. But P.J. Tucker's not going to be on the floor majority of the time. So there has to be somebody that does play that enforcer role for us. Because on the Pistons, we got this is going to be a gritty series. They have Isaiah Stewart, who don't mind doing that. But who's going to be the one on the Knicks to do that for us? Right there. We don't have that. I kind of just want to get into this series. I think we're gonna beat Detroit. I'm not doubting that, but
that's gonna be a fight.
We have to execute. Yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight, and we have to execute those haymakers when it's time. We have to stop Cade. I looked at a lot of advanced stats, and Cade demolishes Brunson when he does. He hunts for these switches on these pick and rolls. If you watch these games from this past regular season, he hunts these pick and rolls, man. Duran is coming up to set it, and he wants Cat, or he wants to get Brunson one-on-one. So we have to find a way to keep OG on him, or if somebody does switch, it's only going to be Mikal and OG. You know, and we got to stop the drop coverage. Enough of that shit. The NBA, they shoot threes now. I don't know what it is with Tom Thibodeau and his drop coverage nonsense, but we have to protect that three-point line. Enough. Like, you see Cat, he's switching on Tatum, and then he's backing up. It's like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like, you know.
The defensive instincts from Cat ain't 100%.
But it starts with the coach. It starts with the coach. So he's part of the problem too. And I love Tom Thibodeau. He gets a lot of grief, but he's got us farther than anybody since Mike Woodson. So I'm taking Tom Thibodeau any day. But it's going to be a gritty series. You have J.B. Bickerstaff, who lost to us when he coached the Cavs last year. Mm-hmm. You have Tim Hardaway Jr. You have Tobias Harris on that team, who lost to us when he was with Philly. You got Beasley. guys. Yeah, Malik Beasley.
He can shoot.
He's already sitting there. He was already sitting there doing a too small to sham it. So you got guys on that team who's motivated to beat the Knicks, and I want to see them come out, and I want to see them fight, and I want to see them show that New York grit. And we should beat this team in 5 games. With all due respect to the Pistons, I'll give them 1 game. You have a superstar, Cade Cunningham, but 5 games to set the tone, to get the rest, and let's focus on who we got next after that. Assumingly Boston, who we can really beat. We can beat them. It's possible. It's going to be hard, but it's possible. So it's best we take care of Detroit when we got them, finish them off in 5 games, get the rest, and move on to the next series.
Nah, honestly I feel like you said shut down Cade. I think I feel the opposite. I feel like you should let Cade get his.
You're crazy.
No, can let Cade get his and just stop everybody else, bro.
You're crazy.
Because Cade can't score 60, 80 points, bro.
I don't know if you watched the Cade, bro. He comes in, bro.
Cade can't beat a whole Knicks team by himself from scoring.
I understand that, but I'd rather stop Cade and lose to Tobias Harris. I'd rather stop Cade and lose to Malik Beasley. Let Tim Hardaway Jr. think he Kobe Bryant and take all them crazy little mid-range and 3-point shots. I'll take that. We have to execute.
Hardaway can shoot, though. The Knicks always get the Magnum ball against them. Everybody can hit a shot against the Knicks.
Right. But let them beat us.
Okay.
Stop Cade. That's the number 1 priority, man. Because that's their facilitator. That's their score. He's the engine. We stop the engine. We got a chance of winning, bro.
Who would you start Cade off with in the series?
OG.
Off the bat?
Right off the fucking rip. No games. Throw that African on him. No games. Lock his ass up. Yes. Because Mikal Bridges is going to give up a quick 8 to 10.
Yeah.
In that 6 minutes. I'm good. I've seen enough Mikal Bridges defense. I've seen enough of it. Who can Mikal Bridges? Throw his ass on Tobias Harris. Give him that matchup.
I feel like they might throw hard on Harris, but because you got to see, I know they probably gonna put Deuce on Beasley.
That's if Deuce start though. That's another thing. I want to get to that. Who's our starting 5? I want to see Hart come off the bench. I really want to see Hart come off the bench because it's too much 4 on 5.
But I feel like since it's already too late in the season, unless they're doing some crazy shit in practice this week, I feel like we're just going to get the same 5 that we saw in the regular season. Because it's like they already built that 82. That's why you play the regular season games to get those reps.
I want to see Mitch, Cat, OG, Mikal, and Hart. And Brunson, excuse me. And then don't start McBride. I'm bugging. You get McBride off the bench. You get Hart off the bench. You get Shamet off the bench. And figure it out from there. But that's our 8. That's our legit 8-man road. McBride and Payne is tweeners. They share the same minutes like on the court too.
I feel like Payne should get spot minutes.
Yeah. I meant him too. But that 8-9-man rotation, that's the 9-8 rotation right there. I think we stick to that. You give the starters their main minutes, and we should be fine. We should be able to pull off this series without a problem. But we have to stop Cade Cunningham. I can't emphasize that enough.
We got to stop Cade. And
he is a superstar, bro.
And we got to stop J.B. Bickerstaff, especially if the Knicks win Game 1. I want to see what he's going to say about.
He's going to cry. Yeah, he's going to cry. He complains too much.
He said that over the Cavs series, and it's on Twitter right now too. And they said the same thing. It was like if they lose Game 1, it was like when is J.B. Bickerstaff going to start crying to the rest?
Yeah, cry harder. He's gonna complain. It's coming. Just expect it. But yeah, like I said, I pay homage to the Pistons. I respect them as a team. They are a tough team. They're gonna try.
I do too. I feel like
get under the Knicks' skin.
I feel like they are what the Knicks was in that COVID year. With the Randle COVID year, they were out of the blue a little bit.
Yeah, they found their identity. They got a new coach. Got Monty Williams out of there. Got another coach and filled in certain spots. They don't have Jaden Ivey.
And they built off grit. They're not really built off talent.
Yeah, they try to bring that bad boys little physicality back. Shit is type whack, but it is what it is. I think we beat that team in five games, man.
I think so too.
We out talent them 4-1. Like I think OG, Brunson, Cat offensively is enough just to beat them versus their arsenal, you know? And that's not counting Mikal. So I think we have enough to beat them. If we could get that same intensity from OG like he was playing, the same aggressiveness offensively like he was playing when Brunson was out, we win this series.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, and I think hopefully this week was it was pinpointed on like, and I feel like Brunson shouldn't really revert to the ISO ball because I've seen it against the Cavs and I've seen it against the Celtics when he calls for the ISOs.
The ball stops moving.
And it's a disadvantage. And because then the court shrivels up, bro. Then they leave like two people in the paint, one in the wing, and then he's trapped, and then he tries to throw the ball around. That ball has to move.
I've also watched the Cat during matchup, and Cat abuses that man. Like during it, he's not the best defender outside of the paint. His strength is to protect the rim and to guard on the low post. But once you take him out of there and Cat is like on the perimeter, we have a green light. Like that's a good advantage we have.
They should run some 5 out throughout the game.
Yeah. I've watched Brunson since he's been back. He can always get his. Offensively, he can always get his. Like if the shots aren't falling for Cat or OG or Mikal, Brunson just starts scoring, and I think that should be his focus more to get them going. Just get Mikal going. Let him get his fadeaway mid-range going. Get OG out in transition. Get Cat touches. Let them get touches. Let them get out the way. And then, you know, if we need Brunson for that offensive boost, then do you. But for the most part, I agree with what you're saying. I think we need to get those guys involved and we need to get them going so that we could just get these guys. Again, I'm trying to emphasize this. The more rest we get, the better.
That's why this week was lit, bro. And I'm happy that Tim Thibodeau didn't let them play a few of those games last week because to add on to that rest. Because I think somebody even said it too. Who played on the Warriors that it was the Clippers and the Warriors. And whoever lost that game was going. It was like mid 30-year-olds fighting for a week off of work, and I was like, it's some real shit, especially NBA players. Yeah, like we do 9 to 5, but like that's a lot of up and downs on the court. So that week off really helps, especially for a Tom Thibodeau team.
Yeah, we're playing. We our guys top 3, Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. I think lead the league in minutes. I don't think there's
and OG like right behind. I'm sure.
Yeah,
OG.
Like right that's what I'm saying. I said top 3. Yeah, there's somebody in between though. Like the Knicks is like have like 3 to 4 guys that just lead the league in minutes.
I can believe that.
Yeah. So yeah, the rest is definitely substantial. It's definitely useful,
especially in the playoffs. There's no back-to-backs.
Right.
So like and I think that's what he said too about Rich is like Mitch since Knicks is also healthy. We haven't been healthy going into the playoffs for quite some while.
And that
now.
goes back to your point. Yeah, we're 0-6. We're 0-2 against the Cavs. We're was it 0-2 against Thunder. We lost to Boston. We lost to all of those teams.
Yeah, we got swept by the Celtics, Thunder, Cavs, and also them damn fucking Lakers.
Right. So what people aren't emphasizing is we didn't have our full roster. You know, so that definitely matters.
Also, people don't watch Knicks games. They hate. They don't watch us. They just hate on us. Yeah, so they don't know what's going on over here.
But yeah, we didn't have our full roster, so you can't really measure those games. Of course, you can judge them. It counts as a loss. I won't take that away from those teams that beat us. But us not having Mitchell Robinson, us not having a rim protector, definitely affects us.
Yeah, that's our defense.
You know, who we played? We played Brunson. We didn't. No, Brunson played that game against the Cavs, right? That last game against the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but who was missing somebody? Somebody was still out. We never had our full roster.
I think it was Cat.
Yeah, he rested Cat or something. Yeah, we never had our full roster against these teams. So now we're going into the play. It's so funny how everything happened too. Like
how so?
The timing in which Brunson got hurt and that allowed Mikal and OG to
step up a little bit,
to show us their offensive prowess and show us what they can do offensively. And we've seen it. So we just got to figure it out. And this is all going to take timing. We accumulated this team right before training camp.
Yeah, they didn't 4 days.
Yeah, they didn't have time to mesh in their defense.
Randle was opening a school in the Bronx.
Right. And then he got traded like 2 days later. Like it's insane. So we didn't have time to mesh. So I'm very excited. I'm very confident. I'm intrigued to see what we do against the Pistons Saturday, 6:00. It's gonna be a a zoo in the Garden.
Nah, it's I don't know if you feel it too, but I feel like I was telling my girlfriend, I don't know, I feel like New York is just like in a lax mood since like Monday. I don't know if you feel like the city just feels like it's just like you said, it's like ready to like explode, but it just feels like it's like just like a spring slumber.
Yeah, we ain't landing
for this weekend. Yeah,
it's coming though.
You could just tell like because one thing when the Knicks are good in the city, it's a whole different city. Like if you see Knicks merchandise on the train, people just it's just a different air in the city when the Knicks are winning, especially when they win a playoff game. Like those early, I remember we went to the game 4 against the Cavs, and that was that early start. I remember you FaceTimed me after, and you got out the Garden, like the sun is just like shining. There's like joy in the streets. Yeah. Somebody like climbed like the flagpole. I'm like, yo, bro, it's the first round.
I can't wait for that NYC. What's that?
The side talk.
Side talk. I can't wait for those videos to come out. I think I get excited for the playoffs, especially when it comes to the Knicks. When they announce the starting 5, like there's a feel there. There's a sound you hear from the crowd. You can hear the difference between a regular season game and like the playoffs.
Yeah.
And this is when we talking round 1, game 1. Like God forbid we go round 2,
3,
ECF, and then finals. Like it's
this is a basketball city. This is a basketball town. Basketball fan base. Even Stan Van Gundy. You saw what he said?
I don't listen to that, man.
No, he said.
I know what he said, but I'm not listening to that comment. That sounds so idiotic. How do you call us fans wishy washy when the Knicks we won 19 games in a year, but the Garden is still sold out? You know, we're not the Miami Heat here. Like I'll call Miami Heat fans.
Oh no, I saw. I think Lou Williams said that.
He defended us. Yeah, it's the truth. Like you show me Miami Heat.
They show up late. They show up late, bro.
American Airlines Arena, I think that's what their arena is. 2012, 2013, the LeBron era, sold out. All those white shirts, white hot heat.
The white out.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's not. It's you let the Knicks play let the Knicks play the Heat in South Beach. A whole bunch of blue jerseys, like. You know, so I don't. That comment was super false. Like,
I don't know. I think that's why I love that we have this podcast, so we keep it real. Like, we both know there's just a lot of bias that comes with this.
Knicks fans everywhere.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe because it's like the Charlie Brown and the football. They love to see us down, but we're like, how come when Knicks fans are happy, like nobody's happy? Like that's just such a weird thing to like. And other teams, they say, "Oh, like why are you so mad when we happy, bro? Like why are you so aggy?" That's up for y'all because we gonna get lit regardless, like you said. Especially if the playoffs.
Shaq's comments about the Knicks, they're just like ignorant. There's no substance behind it. You have Udonis Haslem saying Kate Cunningham is the best player on the floor. How disrespectful is that to Jalen Brunson? Like what else does he have to do to prove that he's that player, that guy? You have Karl Anthony Towns.
No, I get it.
You're putting. I get who Kate will become. We see it, but. He hasn't gotten there yet to say that. And you have a pro player, ex-pro player, in Udonis Haslem, who's calling him a better player than Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. I hate watching that shit. I hate listening to that. And this is what's on TV. This is what's on media. And we're gonna get past the first round, and they're not gonna really give Knicks their flowers. They won't do it. And I don't understand why. I don't understand the hate. Like most of these.
Nah, it's the moving of the goalpost, bro. And the thing is, it's really a New York. They don't want to see New Yorkers happy. And I'll say this because I just saw it with the New York Liberty. Even though the WNBA championship and NBA championship are like two different levels of accomplishments, a lot of people were still mad that the Liberty won the championship, bro. And it was like, yo, they haven't won one since the inception of the league. Mm-hmm.
I know they always make the final.
They always make the final. But
they never won it. This is the first time winning it, yeah.
The first time they won it, people screaming bloody murder. Like, how could this happen? Like, they didn't deserve it. I was like, yo, like, it's just because it gives New Yorkers joy, and the 49 other states don't want to see that.
Right.
Everybody else can have their time in the sun, but don't let it be fucking New York, or they're not happy. And I get that. You know why? Because this city is lit, and when you win the championship, that means you have a big-ass party in your city, and you know a New York party is a New York party. So... But I noticed that when the Liberty won, like they were really like crying on Twitter. It was like, how could this happen? The referee's cheating. But I was like, oh, this is their first one. This is how y'all acting, bro. Like it wasn't like the Houston Comets. We didn't run them bitches off like back to back in the day. Like this is our first one. So, and they know the biggest party that has yet to happen, but will happen soon, is that Knicks championship parade, and that that day is going to be one of the best days in New York City history, bro. And people are just mad because they know that day is it's coming sooner rather than later. Because they're on their way, bro. Even like I said, this year doesn't really, the chips may fall here and there, but I feel like with this I feel like Brunson and Cat will get us a championship.
I'm not fond of taking my shirt off. I'm not the most muscular guy, but if the Knicks win a championship, the shirt will be off. I will be at that parade. I'll make sure I don't go to work. Like
there'll be no work,
that'll
bro.
be a holiday for me. Yeah,
there'll be no work. You know why? Because it'll be such a magnitude that whoever running the city, the mayor, whatever, be like, yo, everything is shut down.
Yeah.
No work, no school. Come on now, we gonna celebrate this bitch.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to worry about calling off for work. There'll be no work that day.
Question: Who will be your X factor for this series from each team? From Pistons, who's their X factor? For the Knicks, who's their X factor?
I'm gonna go for the Knicks, Mikal, because I feel like we need those points, and we need efficient points. We need, like, I know sometimes the Knicks goes on those dry spells. They need, it's like, who's the dude on the network? He always says it, Wally, I believe.
Wally Zerbiak?
It's a make or miss league, and it's very true, especially in the playoffs. You have
he emphasizes that a lot.
You have to hit those shots because I think that's another reason why those Cavs and those Celtics games and those Thunder games started turning into blowouts, because they could go down the court and hit 3-4 threes in like 2 minutes, and we over here barely can hit a mid range shots. So they over here scoring 15 points, and we coming back with like 4. And that's why you see and once they know the Knicks start bricking, then they start going down the court, transition threes, and next thing you know, what's that shit like in Space Jam when the fucking Monstars would like blowing them bitches out? It was like one-sided, ain't it? Like same shit like that. So if the Knicks' best defense is their offense in a weird way, because they know at least we got the buckets, let's defend, but once the offense starts slipping, then that's when the whole chain start to break. So I'm gonna go Mikal for the Knicks. Detroit, I want to say Beasley.
Yo, that's what I'm gonna go with.
There we go, Beasley.
Because he's been in the Garden, and that's what we think. Yo, it's like players turn into Michael Jordan when the lights turn on at Madison Square Garden. I don't understand if it's the lighting. I don't know if it's the celebrities there. But the most mediocre player turns into an all-star, and it's insane. And it's time after time after time.
That is time.
I know what Cade Cunningham going to do. I know what Jalen Duren going to do. Tobias Harris going to sit his ass in the corner and wait for a 3. But Malik Beasley, if he get hot, like, we got to watch it. Like, again, I'm going to put my money on it. I'm very confident the Knicks will win. But we have to take them out in 5. I'm emphasizing that so much because it's set.
Yeah, you don't want a long series.
You take them out in 5, that shows a lot of other teams like, oh shit, you beat the Pistons in 5. You know, you give us the rest, and then we could focus on Boston. But yeah, the X factor for the Pistons is, in my opinion, Malik Beasley, because he can go for 6 threes in a game, 7 threes in a game, and that could. The score would be so close, and that 1-3 would be the reason probably why they won, you know. So I want to really emphasize taking away their strengths, which are shooting threes, stopping Cade from just getting to the basket and getting his, you know. I want to live with somebody else beating us. Like, Cade is going to beat us, that's fine, but it can't be Malik Beasley, and I know what he's capable of, and that's why he's their X factor to me, more than anybody else on that team.
See, you say that, and my X factor, I believe everything you said, so my X factor goes into what you say, like, you got to stop Cade and Malik. My X factor for them is Tim Hardaway Jr. I feel like you said, everybody turned, he was former Knick.
That's what I'm saying. They have a lot of motivational factors, but I wouldn't put him.
No, I wouldn't put him. Former Knick twice. I don't think he's been in the playoffs with the Dallas, but like this is the first time him playing playoff games in the Garden against the Knicks. His fucking father, Tim Hardaway Jr., Senior,
Miami Heat,
don't like the Knicks.
Yeah,
boy, you better shoot them motherfuckers out the playoffs.
Yeah.
And like you said, the attention will be on Cade and Malik, and who's the other shooter that could get hot like that? It's Tim Hardaway.
That's Tobias Harris.
Tobias, I'll let Tobias get his 12 or 14. Like, those won't hurt. Like, he did that against the Sixers last year.
Yeah.
Like, he'll make some shots, like, in the time was like, fuck, how the hell he make them shits? But it's still like, 12, 14. So, I feel like my X factor for them is definitely Tim Hardaway Jr. We just got to make sure the threes stay limited.
My X factor for the Knicks is going to be... I say Mikhail too, and I say Mikhail. I said this before. It's money time. Like I feel like
it is money time now.
There's 3 parts to an NBA season. It's the regular season, it's the playoffs, and then there's the finals. Like making it to the playoffs, like you open that first door. You still gotta go through another door, but you open that first door. But going through that next door is still difficult. I want to see the intensity from him. I want to see him not celebrate every possession. I really want to see him focused. I want to see him wanting to stop his defender. I want to see the effort. I would like to see him sweat. Seriously, bro. It's no reason. Yo, watch the end of a Knicks game. You see Karl Anthony Towns sweating. During the interview, he's breathing hard. OG Anunoby sweating. Josh Hart sweating. They are playing hard. Why is it that you're the only one not out of breath, not playing hard? You just comfortable. I don't have time for it. It's just no excuse.
There's no time for it.
I want to see them execute. I want to see not them. I want to see he's the only question mark for me. I don't know what he'll bring. I know what OG gonna do. I know what Cat is gonna do. I know what Brunson's gonna do. I know what Josh Hart's gonna do. I know what McBride is gonna do. I know what Campaign is gonna do.
I thought you was gonna say him for the X Factor.
Who?
McBride. Because we're gonna need McBride in the series with the defense and the offense.
Defense again. I know what McBride is gonna do. I know defense. I don't have to worry about if he's gonna bring effort and harass his defender when he comes in the game. He's gonna be on Schroeder. He's gonna be harassing Schroeder profusely. I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't do that. Mikal Bridges, on the other hand, I don't know. And he's such a substantial piece to our offense, to our team, offense and defensively, that we don't have room for error.
That is kind of true.
And I'm saying that. Look at that Boston Celtics game. The last Boston Celtics game we played at the Garden. Look how everybody played. It came down to the final seconds, and old buddy not focused. That he turns. Granted, the pass wasn't the best pass, but I think Cat was just trying to get the ball in bounds. And you fumble the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Game's over.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. He's not focused, and I don't know what. Also, our assistant coaches got to go.
You don't like the assistant
coaches? We got Othella Harrington. We got.
I see Mo Cheeks.
Mo Cheeks there. Yo, he's just sitting there eating seeds. I just see him always chewing on something. They're never drawing anything up. They're never standing up. They're never over there walking to Tibbs. The only person I see that's doing that is Rick Brunson. He's the only.
It's 3 of them I like. I like Rick. There's this other dude. I gotta find his name, but he's the older dude. He got like the dark skin. He got the gray in his beard. He worked with the bigs.
I don't know his name, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I see him active too. Mm-hmm. I don't see Mo Cheeks doing that. Yo, all of this matters. I'm telling you now, all of this matters. Look at the little switch between Cleveland. New coach, they go take Johnny Bryant. Johnny Bryant is very close to Donovan Mitchell. Look at that team, son. Mm-hmm. Same thing too. They just swapped out a coach, but they kept the same roster. They built their chemistry. No one was expecting them to be number 1 in the East before the season started.
That's true.
So, me bringing up assistant coaches, that shit matters. Like I said this on a different podcast. I don't know if Tom Tibbs is our coach, and I praised him just now. I'm a fan of Tibbs, but I don't know if he pivots. He don't make those late game adjustments. You see teams killing you from the 3. You still in drop coverage. These are things where it's just like, all right, bro. When are you going to learn? When are you going to make this adjustment?
True.
When are you going to swap out Josh Hart because he's not doing it offensively? He don't make those tough calls, those tough decisions. You know, we need 3-pointers. You got teams not guarding Josh Hart. And then you got Josh Hart who gets the ball, and he don't know if he want to fucking shoot. So that all hurts us. These are things going into the playoffs I don't want to see anymore. We saw it in the regular season. You've seen our errors. How are we going to correct these errors? How moving forward? You know what I'm saying? So I'm emphasizing it because it's important, son. So again, I think we beat them. Those are my X factors. I like your X factors, but I think we beat the Pistons. And I want to say 5, but realistically, probably 6.
I say the same shit. 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go 7. Like you said, get it done early so we can rest between whoever wins. Because even I like that. The Celtics got the Magic. I feel like the Magic were the better team.
Yo, Magic is tough too. They got size. They play gritty. They tough too.
I did not want the Celtics to get the Hawks.
Because when the Knicks played the Magic earlier this season, they didn't have Paolo, and they still. I think did they beat us?
No, I think they had Paolo for that first game because I remember I went.
No. There was a second game. I'm talking about there was a game.
That second game
where Franz Wagner went crazy. Don't sleep on the Magic either. Like Boston is good, so Boston. I wouldn't be shocked if it went some games though.
Nah, I wanted to go some games. I wanted to go 7. Fuck it. I wish it went 8.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I want every advantage against them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Boston a tough fucking team, boy. You see what Porzingis did? Came back to the New York and just violated us that last game. And that all was without Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown started the game, but was hurt. Came out with something was wrong with his knee or some shit.
He was more like a decoy that game. He didn't really do too much.
He ain't do nothing. I took his under. I won money that game. but yeah, bro. Boston from the thing about Boston, what makes them so tough, their role players could put up 40.
That is true.
That's what we don't have. Peyton Pritchard, Derek Brown, easy could go for 40.
Who's the other white boy that could shoot?
Sam motherfucking Hauser. Oh my God. He is lethal, bro. Real quick. I'm sorry, bro. If Jason Tatum is out of game, take Sam Howard. If you want to bet, and this is some sidebar shit. If you want to bet, Jason Tatum is out for the Celtics, and you could bet on Sam Hauser, take his over in points and take his over in threes, and thank me later. Okay. Sam Hauser is one of them white boys that can really shoot that ball. He don't get talked about enough.
He really don't. But Pritchard has took a shine.
I said 3. They got 4 good role players. I say Al Horford. Al Horford too. As old as he is, you can't leave him open because he's gonna knock down that 3-point shot.
He always hits a 3.
We don't. So yeah, we don't have that. I would love to see role players be that, but from watching them, that's why I gave them a B2 because we not there yet.
No, we're not
we
there.
Just not there yet. Thunder came in and they played us like it was varsity JV. Legit.
I think also because with the roster too, the Knicks are small.
Yeah,
they're a very small team.
We don't have Mitchell Robinson, and you got to be cautious when we play Mitchell Robinson. So like those times he's out the game, teams just attack the rim. Cat, I love Cat. That's what I wanted to talk about too.
What?
Cat's cons.
Okay.
He has to stop crying to the ref. Bro, you've been in the league long enough. They not calling no fouls for you. Get the fuck back. Because he sits there, he complains for those 2 seconds. Motherfuckers is going up the court, layup, jump shot, or some type of disadvantage to where they score because those 2 seconds, Cat wants to cry to the ref. It doesn't help us. Also, defensively, he has to stay on his feet and put your fucking hands up, and that's it. He gets into foul trouble early, we fucked. We fucked, and I've seen it.
Yeah, because that
3-4 minutes into a game, motherfucker got 2 fouls already. That's unacceptable. You are our best player, if not our second best player. You cannot do that. You can't lead. Then now, here goes the rolls, and now I'm going to expect Mikal Bridges to pick it up because this dumb motherfucker got 2 fouls.
That's true.
And then you put, and now it's addition plus subtraction, so Cat goes to the bench. Who comes in?
Mitchell.
Not if we starting them.
Too. I knew we had something
it
here.
Just show you what different organizations can do, and they player development staff. We had, like you said, we had Luke Cornett.
We had both of them at the same time.
He was not doing none of that shit.
Nah, he shot. He got more rounded as a professional, obviously with the reps. But
they put him in spots to where he's effective.
But you could tell
we weren't doing that.
He was a shooter back then. You could tell just that shot, like, and you could especially with a play like that.
Porzingis was wilding, boy. He godly shooting from 7-3, shooting from half court. There's no way you stopping that.
Nah, he got beef with this city.
They unstoppable, son. They got Drew Holiday.
What's the crazy shit? My cat is named after him too.
Porzingis?
Yeah.
Name Drake. You got a cat?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a cat.
I got him like 2016.
I never knew you had a cat.
I was like, what name? I was like, I'm calling him Porzingis.
It's mad funny.
I had to interrupt. You gonna let him live on that?
Huh?
His cat named Porzingis?
That's his cat. I didn't even know he had a cat.
That's back when he was here. I thought Zingis was the truth. Like when we had Zingis, like that was our first ray of sunshine, especially from a draft pick.
I was in summer school in college, Mega Evers. Mm-hmm. I'm on Bedford Avenue. I left the class when they announced the Knicks. Like I was watching it on my phone, and I was waiting for them who they were going to announce. We took them third, fourth.
Oh yeah, fourth that year.
Yeah, because Jaleel Okafor went first. So I remember they took him first and whatever.
Yeah, it was Jalil, D'Angelo. Who's third? Okafor.
Jalil Okafor. You just said Jalil. That
No,
was the
he
first.
was the first pick.
Yeah.
Who was third that year?
I don't know, but it was D'Angelo Russell. I know. Devin Booker went 9th that draft.
That's crazy.
No, he went 14th.
Yeah,
Phoenix. He was the
dropped.
last lottery pick, son.
Who the hell was drafted before Zingis? That's mad funny.
I don't remember.
But yeah, well, like, it was like, who the hell is this? Because you remember, especially with the Knicks, Knicks never had no luck with any international prospect. We still waiting on Frederick Weiss to bring himself over here to put some.
Knicks and draft is like leaving a good meal out, just leaving it out.
I think back in the day, now that we actually got competent people calling the shots, like we haven't not missed on a draft pick in a long time. So for your boy.
Oh, okay. Because we had Tyrese Halliburton on the board. We had Tyrese Maxey on the board, and we needed a point guard. But we go with Obi Toppin. I don't want to get started with that.
Nah, I know.
I don't. Please. Obi is on my shit list. Keep his ass in Indiana. That's where he belongs. Let him be in a dunk contest and call it a day. I don't care for him.
I know you know, bro. That's why this shit is always bad funny when he like the Obi Toppin conversation.
Yo, what he do? What he do for a T for real? Like,
no, he running dunks.
My whole fucking. I've been saying that since the dawn of, since we got him. Wasn't a fan, bro. It was a waste of a pick. So cannot waste picks.
No, you really can't.
That shit can set you back rotation wise, contract wise, because you
because you know overpaying.
Yeah, so picking is definitely important.
No, but like we've hit on everybody else. Another pick too that like popped out. You could tell. I remember I was a fan of him, Quentin Grimes, bro.
Oh yeah, I had fuck with Grimes. I ain't have nothing wrong with Grimes.
No, I do Grimes.
He's gonna get paid this summer. Philly's definitely gonna give him a good
bag.
Yeah, good contract. He played out his contract pretty well later on. Yo, he ended up in a good spot. He went from Dallas to Philly, so it worked out for him. Back to McBride. Mm-hmm. He has to be Emmanuel quickly for us. He has to be Emmanuel quickly.
But that's the thing. I would think like
he has to be. He has to be. He has to be.
Because he's a blend. Because he can shoot.
He's been outplaying his contract, and I love it. But he has to be Emmanuel quickly. Because when Quickly got in the game, Quickly doing one thing, quickly passing, cooking up, he going for a floater or he's shooting that three. And we need that for McBride. A lot of times when I watch McBride, it depends who is the guard with him. I don't think him and Cameron Payne mesh very well. But when
Cameron Payne throwing up shots,
but when McBride is with a real point guard in Brunson or Kolick, he plays completely different.
That's what I'm saying,
it depends who he's with. And a lot of times when McBride gets the ball, I don't think he's figured it out yet. He doesn't know if he wants to shoot or if he wants to pass. If you watch him when he's spotting up, he already knows he's going to.
Yeah, he got a little twinkle toes.
But when it comes to being that playmaker, he hasn't gotten there yet for us. And I think eventually when we figure out that point guard situation and who's going to be the legit backup to Brunson, because it's going to be like Kolick should be getting that run next year.
Yeah, I think
this will
be a 1 year only for Cameron.
Yeah, where you start developing Kolick because you see the little spurts of him.
No, he's the maestro. You can tell.
He's got it in him naturally, and I like what I see from Kolick. So yeah, we need Miles McBride to give us that quickly impact. I don't expect him to be quickly, but you knew when quickly came into the game, he's going to give you a hezzy drive by you. He's going to know if to pass it or if to give a floater, or if he does shoot a three. I never was worried because it's going in. So McBride,
even with my friends, she likes the Knicks. She loved Quickly, and I remember when we traded him, she was tight.
Yeah,
she was like, "How the hell we traded Quickly?"
Yeah, I miss Quickly, man. He was good. We weren't gonna be able to afford him. He would have rightfully.
No, it was the right.
He would have rightfully wanted his money, and Knicks weren't gonna be able to do it. It's too much. You can't pay everybody. You just can't do it.
So we gave him the Masai.
Yeah,
we gave two to Masai. We take your hometown hero. Yeah. You take Quickly too. Give us that damn OG. And we see you when you see you, bro. And we got Precious in that trade too. It wasn't just a 2-for-1.
I forgot about. I'm sorry, I didn't even mention Precious. Let's see what he gives us. Now
we're gonna need him, especially with that front court.
Yeah. Let's see.
Precious.
He's extra body. Let's see what he gives us. Huck Porty isn't back yet. Haven't heard anything about Huck Porty.
I don't think we see him till next year, bro.
Yeah, he's probably done for.
Which is sad because he gives you a little more versatility too. from the 5 spot. So, like you said, hopefully next year everybody stay healthy and they do their thing. But like you said, I feel I don't want to say confident because no one to put the cart before the horse, but I feel like the Knicks have a good chance of putting this Pistons team away, this nucleus of the Pistons team, and advancing to the second round, bro. So, like you said, I got Knicks in 5 or 6, and you also. But before we get out of here, I do want to say, besides the Knicks and the Pistons, what other first round matchup are you?
Clippers, Denver.
Clippers and Denver?
Want to see that. Yeah, I'm excited to see that because that one's a real toss-up. You got Kawhi Jordan and you got James Harden against Jokic and his new coach. I want to see that. I want to see what that turns into. That one is really a toss-up.
Nah, that's an old school West matchup. Like you said, everyone goes to whoever gets the 4 first.
3-6. That's a 3-6 matchup for the West. Yeah, that one is good. Like, and then also I think in the West, if you're 8th, you're not really an 8 seed.
No, you're
like
not.
You could have been a 4th seed, a 3rd seed. Like the West is really a good. There's going to be a lot of good games when it comes to the West Coast matchups for the playoffs. I'm also intrigued to see. But more than the Clippers and Nuggets series, I want to see, and I'm glad I'm bringing this up. I'm going to get this out real quick before we got to get out. LA Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves. I want to see who is Anthony Edwards. He has to put up 30 or more each game for them to have a chance. I also want to see Julius Randle. This is a big series for Julius Randle.
He got to perform.
He has an advantage because nobody on the Lakers could guard him but LeBron. He has that advantage. You playing for your next contract, and safe to say his legacy on the line. You already have your playoff legacy with the Knicks and what you didn't accomplish. You get traded. You're playing with a young star. You have great role players. You have a defensive anchor, defensive player of the year, and Rudy Gobert. I'm really intrigued to see what Randle does for the Timberwolves and how he performs against the Lakers.
That is true.
His next contract is based off that series alone. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because they're going to be like, yo, you said
you don't got it. Or you got it. It's one or the other.
I would say my series, also coming from the West, it's that Warriors Rockets.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be spicy too.
That's going to be
that's
really
gonna be
good
spicy
series,
too,
bro.
man.
From like the old dogs with Jimmy Butler trying to make another run.
Yeah, a lot of matchups. It's a lot of good matchups. Who does OKC play? Oh, they're gonna play. Oh, Dallas or Memphis. Mm-hmm.
I want them to see Memphis.
Memphis too. I don't.
Dallas.
I agree. I want to see Ja Wick versus SGA. That's gonna be a good point guard matchup.
Dallas,
spicy.
Fucking Nico Harrison don't deserve no damn playoff games.
I agree. I don't. There's certain franchises I don't care for anymore, son. Philadelphia 76ers. They can rot in hell. Dallas Mavericks. Y'all can rot in hell. Yo, I'm telling you, after 2-3 years, they're fucking screwed. They're screwed.
Nah, they try to move them out of Dallas, bro. I think they trying to go to
the
Vegas.
owner, and I think that
they stripping that bitch down.
And I think she got rejected for that. The new owner of Dallas, the majority owner of Dallas. Mm-hmm. I think she got rejected somehow, some way. It's kind of like politics, and she took her anger out. And I think she was the one really behind trading Luka, which is insanity. Yeah, insanity, son. You don't do, and then you give him to the Lakers of all teams.
That night was funny because I was at my girlfriend's watching. That was when they played us. And I remember I was so tight because I hate losing to the Lakers.
I was in Atlantic City walking in the casino, and I got an alert. And I said, nah, that's not real. And then once I see Shams and he reported, I said, oh, shit. Like, it's insane, man.
I was knocked out, bro, because I felt I was in my Knicks tight mode. Like I was like, fuck the rest of the night. I'm going to bed because you got LeBron. Like,
that was the night Knicks played the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was the same night.
I went to sleep early, and I remember I woke up. I think I saw somebody on YouTube. I think Nothing But Knicks. Shout out to them. And I think on their thing there was like Knicks beat Knicks, and then right after there was like Luka traded to Lakers. I was like, what? And I went to my phone. I was like, yo, what? I'm mad the whole fucking world was just like crumbling around me, and I'm over here just sleep. But yeah, they got fucking Lakers got gift wrap, and that's why I don't like Lakers fans. Because Laker fans, they be running with this woe is me gimmick, bro. Like,
they don't struggle.
Y'all have 17 championships. Y'all have a fucking all-time players list that can rival probably only the Celtics can really touch with y'all of like all-time great players that played for your franchise. But every time you talk to a Laker fan, oh, we out the gutter, we trying to get it out the mud. Like, shut your ass up, bro.
Got
like,
gifted LeBron.
nigga, we the ones that's in the fucking mud, bro. Don't be over here trying to ride our way.
Can't get no, but we get excited when we get Carmelo Anthony. We get excited when we get Amari Stoudemire. That's how
true.
dire it is to be a Knicks fan. I'm fiending for my team to win, son. These other franchises, they don't know what it feel like to lose.
Shout out to Amari. Amari's a good person. I told you, I met him a few times.
Who?
Amari.
Oh yeah, I always see him on Dumbo.
Don't give me.
Yeah.
Same way. That same spot too.
I seen him at Dumbo. Yeah, he walks
Nah,
around.
he really cool person. Like, we definitely chopped it up.
You know who
for
I
a few
see
minutes.
a lot? Jawan Howard.
Dumbo too.
Yeah, he's assistant coach with the Nets, but he
They all live down over there.
Yeah, I see
Steve
Jawan
Nash
Howard
was over there.
I walked in the Chase. He was in the Chase. I seen him like 3 times this
You
last
know who
summer.
also? Because shout out to my bro Olafemi. You know who also lived in Dumbo? I even know about
Steve Nash?
Nah, Simmons. When he played with the Nets, he had a
told-
spot
across
You
the
did?
street from the Starbucks. I said that.
Oh,
I saw him this
shit.
summer. He had that black Ferrari. He got like a black Ferrari
Mm-hmm.
or something. And I seen him. I seen like part of his hands. Like I could tell it was Ben Simmons. Only because he had posted a picture and I realized, oh shit, that's him. The vantage point before he posted the picture. And then I saw him one morning when he left. But yeah, he lived in Dumbo too. Hell yeah, man. But I'm intrigued to see that Lakers Minnesota series, just to see what Randle does, just to see what star level. This is the ultimate star level test for Anthony Edwards. First round, you got Luka, LeBron, Lakers.
And it is kind of his team now because last year was Cat.
Who
and Cat had
are
longevity.
you? Yeah, who are you? We know he's great, but who are you? We're gonna really get to see that. We're gonna really get to see Randle. I just feel like as a player, his IQ level never was there. It's just he never evolved. Certain superstars know what mental adjustments to make, and I don't think
And they could get him out of his spot a little bit. If
Randle
like,
doesn't have that, and then you could get him agitated and he starts bitching, and you got him out of his game. You can win. So like even with the Knicks, like he came out when the Knicks played at Minnesota that game, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, he didn't say how he went back to
he
locker
focused. He focused on getting his rather than winning, and the Knicks ended up winning that game because Cat went back just playing naturally. Cat didn't force shots. Randle came out forcing shots and was doing too much, But yeah, I think that series is what I'm most intrigued about.
Oh yeah, hopefully. But yeah, y'all, thank you guys for this episode. We'll have one more segment. But yeah, good to be back, bro.
Yes, sir.
We out here. Go Knicks. Hopefully we do this for round 2 against those Beantown mofos.
I want Boston. I want the smoke.
Nah, I want Boston too.
the smoke.
And I feel like
smoke.
it's time for another Boston Knicks playoff matchup because last time was what, Melo? I believe.
Playoff matchup.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith, being a bozo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we sent them home, that was our first series win.
Yeah.
Damn. I was thinking about the one in 2011 when Melo went off.
Nah,
and
we
the
had
Jeffries.
one post that with.
Nah, that was the one after.
J.R. Smith was there. Yeah,
That was the elbow one.
Yeah. So
Nah, I think we need it. I think
that was
the
our
Knicks
last
and Celtics,
playoff series against them. Yeah,
Knicks and Celtics need that new playoff series.
yeah, I'm here for it, man. Because honestly, if we beat the Celtics second round, it's only up from there. We talking finals now. I think the hurdle will be beating them. Now, they definitely have the edge. They have the better players. They have the better superstars. They have the size. They have the experience. They have everything. We beat the Celtics, I think we go to the finals.
I feel that. So
Yeah.
we see that, y'all. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah,
and we'll see you guys for episode 9 soon.
I don't think he was able to put that up.
Nah, I had a feeling. That's why we just kept it. We just rolled it out.
Yo, that was good, guys.
So appreciate it.
That was really good, bro.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.